Mr. Mark. С нами сегодня сидит
ASMR.
Ходи. Mr. Mark, I heard that you are an economics teacher.
Yes, I've been teaching economics for quite some time now. So, been teaching the subject for 17 years.
17 years.
Yes, I initially taught at the Philippines, then went to Jakarta, where I've taught not only IB Deep Economics but also Business Management and A-level Cambridge as well.
So you also taught A-levels and
Yes,
IB.
A-level and IB.
Oh, I studied A-level myself.
Oh yeah.
And when I went to university, I was struggling. Like, it was the hardest. Like, it was really hard. But my colleagues who studied IB, they were finding it so easy. What's your experience with like A-level and IB? What's better? What's worse?
What's better? I think there's no such thing as a what's better, what's a better curriculum or what's a better program.
What prepares
But
better for
I think the
university?
more the difference lies in the approach, because there's in A-level Cambridge economics, for example, there's too much emphasis on examination. So that's why most of my students before they complained a lot that examinations are very stressful, and there was no other ways of assessments. Unlike in IB we do have internal assessments, we have EEs, extended essays, and we also have TOK and CAS. So if you compare Cambridge with IB, I can say that IB is a more holistic program where students not only learn content or knowledge or theories, but also are able to express themselves. They're able to contribute to communities using CAS, and they're also able to use what they've learned in the classroom in actual real-world scenarios because they have this TOK.
Yeah. This is also what I actually found. When I was studying A-levels, the education was way too focused. It was very, very deep.
Yes.
And when I went to university, they didn't ask for that.
Yes,
They didn't ask
exactly.
for perfectionism that A-level asks. And they were like, just be okay. Just understand what this language or a course, and you're gonna get a good grade.
Yes.
And A-levels is all about like deep knowledge. But for university in UK, even in UK,
Yes.
they don't ask that. They just want you to be okay with the subject, understand it in general. And I think personally, just by looking at my peers who were in university, IB is a lot better. They know how to write essays. I studied maths and physics. I didn't know how to write essays, and I needed to know that in university. It was crazy.
Yes. In IB, there are more avenues for students to not only learn but also express themselves and be able to socialize with their colleagues, with their friends, to go out there and do some outreach programs. Unlike in Cambridge, the basis for your grades will be only the examinations.
Exactly.
So if you fail the paper 1 and paper 2, that's it. No other sources of grades or grades to evaluate the students' academic performance. So that's something that I really love in IB.
It's more fair. It's a lot more fair. Yeah, that's great. Should we go by the questions that we have
Yeah, it's up
prepared?
to you.
Yeah, actually, this is the question that I also asked the previous teacher. What's your most exciting thing, or like something that brings you tears of joy when you remember in your career as a teacher? Is there any moment that you remember and you can share?
Yes, actually, there's a lot. I think one of the most distinguishing moment in my career as an economics teacher was when not only students were learning in the classroom, but also when they were really able to connect with the community. Like, they're able to bring what they've learned in the classroom in the community in order to propose a solution to a particular problem. So that's what they did. So they were able to achieve, they were able to
That's smart.
to hit two birds with one stone. That was part of our lesson in sustainability and reducing market failures through different actions, government and non-government organizations acting on how to solve a particular problem in the community.
So basically what you're saying is that when children apply what they have learned, that's the best part
Yes,
of your.
learning economics is not only confined in the four walls of our classroom, but it goes beyond.
Of course.
That's
Those questions are so hard.
yes, I agree. When I initially heard that these were the questions that will be asked, my initial reaction was, "Wow!" It's like taking
Interview.
a comprehensive examination for your thesis defense.
Yeah,
For your thesis defense, these are the questions that are usually asked by a panel. And it's like, wow.
How do you guide your students in their internal assessments?
For internal assessments, what we usually do in the classroom is first I teach the students the structure of the internal assessment. So these are the criterion marks. This will be the basis for your grade for the internal assessment. Then from there, I ask the students to look for articles, case studies that they can use for their internal assessments, because internal assessment for economics is just commentary. So a student is required to look for or to use 3 economic news articles from microeconomics, macroeconomics, global economy, and development economics. So just pick 3 articles, and from there, what I usually do is after approving the articles, so students initially write their commentaries for each article. Then from there, we do one-on-one consultations after that. So after they submit their output in Toddle, I immediately give feedback. Then I call them, okay, so this is wrong. This is how you should do it. This
Okay.
diagram is wrong, and
Immediate
the interpretation is something like this, so it shouldn't be like that. And you use the case study. You don't just, get a model, theoretical model, economic model, or a diagram from economics. Because in economics, we not only study societies, and we also do mathematics as well, the economics.
course.
Yeah. So models and diagrams used in economics. So you don't just get and put it there. No, it's not like that. It will not work like that. So you make sure that what you've learned in the theory that you've learned will be applied in the context of the article that you're studying. So that's how it's done in internal assessment for economics.
That's great. One more clarifying question. So you named like 4 different aspects of economics, like
Yes,
microeconomics.
yes.
Do they like choose a certain paths when they study IB
No,
in
they
economics, or
they
choose
are required to take all
all 4?
the units.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. Interesting.
Especially if you're diploma, because for diploma we have higher level and standard level. They don't have a choice but to take all those 4 units of economics. So unlike certificates, for example, but most of the time we encourage students to take the diploma program,
Of course.
yeah, not the certificate one.
A diploma is, I heard, is better.
Yes. For my experience, I was able to produce at least 7 or 8 economists
That's great. That's great.
during my teaching career. And when my students come back, okay, when they return to school, what they usually do is they thank me, and they would usually tell me that, Sir Mark, it was hard studying in your subject. Being you as our teacher, because you're quite strict with the requirements of IB or with the requirements of Cambridge A level. But the discipline that was inculcated in our class were very vital, were very important, and we were able to take advantage of it when we went to college.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah.